What a lot of players and teams do is they try to run straight at an enemy team, and their only goal is to hit shots and splat the enemies. If they can get in range and hit their shots, this can work, but as soon as anything goes wrong with either of those plans, everything falls apart. Somewhere in between not going in at all and running it down full send is the idea of funneling. Funneling has been very important to my team's macro game strategy in particular, and I haven't made a video about it yet. So here's the intro sequence. Imagine you have a container, and that container is packed, pressurized, full of glue. If you just take that container and put it under a hydraulic press, the glue is going to end up everywhere and it's going to be a huge mess. You're not going to get any amount of precision in its application from doing this. Now though, let's consider how it works inside something like a caulk gun or one of those orange chip bottles from grade school. You're still applying force, but there's one specific point in the container that's applying less pressure to the glue inside than anywhere else. So just from simple implications of physics, it's going to come out that end exclusively. Now you can aim it. Now it goes exactly where you want it to go, or at least much more so. If you just run straight at a player in the middle of the map, you're acting like the poorly designed glue container. You have no idea where that player is going to try and move in response, and it's going to cost you valuable fractions of a second reacting to what they'll do next. If, however, you create a sort of corridor and push them from one end of it, you can pretty reliably expect that if they don't want that fight, they're going to move in the opposite direction. You're not trying to squeeze them specifically. You're just trying to create higher pressure in areas you don't want them to be, and give them an outlet in the direction that you do want to move them. This doesn't do anything by itself, but in combination with teammates, and especially in a coordinated team that can plan things out ahead of time, it can be used to get multiple enemy players stepping on each other's toes, more vulnerable to AoE damage, having to watch more sightlines than they occupy, and primed for something like a 52 gal or a carbon roller or a custom blaster to see an opening and run in and earn the aura flow state. They're going into a funnel, being forced into a smaller and smaller space until they're all in one easily managed location. Instead of spraying the glue everywhere, you're dumping it right into the mouth of your team's glue eater. If you're not in a position to just remove an enemy from play outright, you don't have to give up on trying to influence the game at all. Maybe you can at least deny them an angle that you do control, and deny more and more on that side of the map until they're forced to either hard commit to you or move in the direction you're funneling them. Maybe now, instead of just trying to engage the enemy team without really thinking too hard about the effect that engagement has, you can be more intentional with your aggression and set your teammates up for success, even if it's not adding to your KA because of it.